This morning, 2 Corinthians 3:16. Nevertheless, when one turns to the Lord, the veil is taken away. Now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. There's a lot there. I know there's a lot of times before I turned to the Lord, things seemed really cloudy. Things seemed really confused. I couldn't see. I couldn't understand. I didn't know why I was walking through a lot of the things that I was going through. I just had no comprehension. And I know that there's many people going through this right now, especially in this time and in these situations that we face, the pandemic, the political shape that this country's in, this world. I mean, it's not just the United States, it's the world. But most importantly, our spiritual condition. We're confused. We hear noises, we hear chatters from all areas, all walk, all different opinions, all different methods of preaching. But folks, the big thing is it's got to come from right here. It's got to come from this book. And once I turned to the Lord, there was a veil lifted. A veil is like a curtain. It's something that separates. When Christ hung his head in a lock of his shoulders, and he said, "It is finished," he commended his spirit unto God, unto his Father. And at that point in time, the veil was rent. It was tore from the top to bottom, signifying that could only happen from the heavens, that could only happen from God Almighty. And when that veil was torn, that gave us access. That gave us access to God, to the Holy of Holies. Access that only the high priest up until that time had. Now we've got that access. We can enter into the throne room of God anytime that we want. We can enter into the Holy of Holies. We can come boldly and present ourselves before God. We can bring our prayers. We can bring our supplications. We can bring our petitions, our requests. We can personally enter in before God because that veil was torn. And because that veil was lifted, we get new vision. We get new light. We can see things that we didn't see before. The Word says that the message of the cross is foolishness to those that don't believe. Once we believe, that veil is lifted and we can see so many things clear. We can see so many things with a purer, better vision than what we had before, than what I had before. So many things fall into place once I surrendered my life to the Lord. I seen the direction, and I can make method out of the madness. I can see the direction that things are going now, but I had to surrender my life to the Lord. The Word says that the Lord is Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. We've spent a lot of the last couple of years ministering to the homeless community. There for a long time, we was going into the jail here in Jefferson County and speaking and ministering to the inmates and the ones that are incarcerated inside. And I use this terminology a lot. I mean, it's a way that we can understand, just like with me and my addictions and many people with their addictions that they face and fight every day. Sure, you can overcome these addictions. You can quit drinking. You can quit the drugs. You can quit these things. But are you set free? Many of these programs, they train you to come in speaking, "Well, hello, my name's Michael. I'm an alcoholic." Well, I can say, "No, I'm not an alcoholic. I've been set free. I will never, ever identify as the person that I was before because that person is dead." There's a difference between being delivered and being set free. The difference being you can be released from jail. You can walk out of that jail cell. You can go to your court and he says, "All right, you're free to go on your way, but we're going to put this ankle monitor on you." That ankle monitor is always a remembrance, a reminder of the past that you had. With Christ, that ankle monitor is taken off. With Christ, that burden, that condemnation, that guilt, that lifestyle is gone. There's a difference between being delivered and set free. Yes, we can be delivered on our own, but it's only through Christ that we can obtain that freedom, that I can turn around, that I can walk away from the life that I lived. I can walk away from the condemnation. I can walk away from that death sentence that I had that was going to send me to a burning hell. I can walk away from that now. And it's all made possible through the freedom that comes through Christ, through the freedom that is found through the words written in this book. We've got to have that freedom. We've got to have that freedom. Without the freedom, there is no peace. Without the freedom, there is still condemnation. Without Christ, we're still going to hell. It don't matter what I quit, what I do, where I go. Without Christ, I'm bound. Christ is the freedom. Christ is our ticket. Christ is the only way. John 14:6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. There's no other way. There's no other way to approach the Father but through Christ. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And that freedom is found through Jesus Christ, through this book, through our submission to Him.